Had he not played at it, it could have been a wide for obvious reasons. Still to get off the mark, these two batters. A dead ball. Ansell Textiles won the toss and chose to field first. Maybe an indication of that they are confident about their chasing. First runs in this game for Abans as Mehiranga Fernando pushes it down to short square leg. Now this is Ishara Akalanka taking guard. He seems to be a powerful man. Abans might need him. They might need a few big shots of him to put on a good target on the board. This is Ishara Akalanka, 7 matches to his name, averaging 19. Here goes Ishara. Still not off the mid of the bat. Just 1 run to get off the mark. Interesting current run rate, 3 runs so far. Still in the first over. 5th ball coming up. Again short. Tries to pull, but just for a single. Safe options taken by Ansell Textiles. They have positioned a fielder at the mid-wicket boundary. Straight down the ground, but it was uppish. Kokula Raj would have thought for a moment that he could have taken that catch. It's a good over. Just 3 runs off it. Abans 3 for none.
මොනවද පේන්නේ කියමු
CDBFD
දැන් කොහොමද
CDBFD
ඔයාට කන්නාඩි ඕනේ නෑ හොඳට දුර දෙක පේනවා
දැනෙන පොලියක් දෙන CDB එක ඩිපොසිට් වෙනස්
Kokula Raj started off things for Ansell Textiles in a very good manner. Just given away 4 runs in his first over. Now it's up to Lakshman to bowl the second over and to follow up the good work done by Kokula Raj in the first over. Projected score at the bottom of your screen looks to be 40 at the moment. This is Lakshman Bandara to bowl the second over of this innings. Pulls and pulls out of the ground. That's a 6 of Ishara Akalanka's bat. He was waiting for that ball. Even in the first over, we saw a few instances where he tried to pull, but he couldn't manage to hit off the mid of the bat. But this time, he was successful. A big shot. Lakshman Bandara. He will have to get his lengths right. Again short. Again a boundary. This time it's 4 runs. This is not good bowling by Lakshman Bandara. His partner from the other end, Kokula Raj, started off things brilliantly with a good over. But Lakshman Bandara is getting a hammering, taking a hammering at the moment. 6 to start off, and now a 4. It's his length. He's got to get his length right. Good ball, but high on the pads. Leg byes signalled. Ishara Kalanka still on 12 of 5. Now Mihiranga Fernando on strike. Drives, but it goes to the backward point fielder. Just 1 run. Mihiranga Fernando still looking to find his timing. But Ishara Akalanka, who is going to face the bowler now, is in a good rhythm. Good ball, bowled a bit faster this time by Lakshman Bandara. Last ball of the second over. Short. And was that a chance? A good catch. A good running catch by the fielder at the mid-wicket boundary. That's the first wicket going down for Abans in this game. It was there to be hit. It was short. It was on his leg side. But Mihiranga Fernando didn't manage to hit it off the meat of his bat. A good catch. He had to run a few yards in. Ravi took it safely. Mihiranga Fernando just scored 3 runs of 6. Abans 17 for 1.
මොනවද පේන්නේ කියමු.
CDBFD
දැන් කොහොමද?
CDBFD
ඔයාට කන්නාඩි ඕනේ නෑ. හොඳට දුර දෙක පේනවා.
දැනෙන පොලියක් දෙන CDP එක ඩිපොසිට් වෙනස්.
Abans 17 for 1. We are into the third over of this match. Hit uppishly, but short of the fielder at deep square leg. Now the new batsman taking guard is Ishara Akalanka. I beg your pardon, Kavisha Tulanjana, the left-hander. He has played 3 matches, averaging 43. Short and outside the O stump, a wide, says the umpire. This time he attacks the stumps. Just one run. Now Madhushan against Ishara Akalanka, who looks to be in good form, who was hammering the short balls. Watch out for your length. Short and wide. Safe option taken and successful. Ishara Akalanka will be looking to hit in this ball. Edges past the short third man and the keeper. That's 4 runs to Ishara Akalanka. Still in danger, but every run matters in a T10 game. Abans move up to 24 for 1. This is hit hard. Good effort at the boundary. And he's all for fair play. He says it was 6, and the umpire follows up, signaling that it's a 6. A good hit and a good effort by the fielder at the long on boundary. A single down to long off. That's Ishara Akalanka. He moves up to 25 with that single. Now Kavish Dulanjana will have to support him in the next over. End of the third over. Abans 31 for 1.
මොනවද පේන්නේ කියමු.
CDBFD
දැන් කොහොමද?
CDBFD
ඔයාට කන්නාඩි ඕනේ නෑ. හොඳට දුර දෙක පේනවා.
දැනෙන පොලියක් දෙන CDB එක ඩිපොසිට් වෙනස්.
Current run rate stays at 10.33. A reasonable run rate, but they might think that they can better it. Kavisha Dulanjana is at the other end as Ishara Akalanka is on strike. Short ball hit with a horizontal bat down the ground for a 6. Tells you how strong a man is Ishara Akalanka. Such a strong hitter. Abans move up to 37. Lakshman Bandara to bowl the second ball of his second over. Again short and punished by Ishara Akalanka. This is brilliant hitting by Ishara. Lakshman Bandara did the same mistake in his first over. Got a beating, took a beating. And in this over as well, he's taking a beating. 2 consecutive sixes against him by Ishara Akalanka. Got to get his length right. And he does so. This time Ishara Akalanka will have to move back to the pavilion. It's a good follow-up delivery by Lakshman Bandara. He had to adjust the length, and he did it correctly this time. He was trying to hit it too hard, And that was not the length that Ishara Akalanka expected. A good inning comes to an end. 37 of 14 for Ishara Akalanka. Abans 43 for 2 now. Chamidu Silva is the new batter. 38 matches, quite a lot of experience behind him. 41 innings, 560 runs, 18 in average, and 89.60 is the strike rate. A good strike rate as well. Here goes Chamidu. Starting off the proceedings for him with a 6. A good shot, a hard hit to the deep square leg boundary. Lakshman Bandara bowling short again, getting the treatment he deserves. Very short for a new batter. Chamidu Hansaka taking full advantage of it. The only ball he bowled up to the batsman got him a wicket. Lakshman Bandara. It's not easy in T10 cricket to adjust your length according to the batsman. Every batter is different. Now Kavisha Dulanchana back on strike. Full toss. He had to take the advantage of it, but didn't manage to do so. End of the 4th over, Abans 51 for 2.
මොනවද පේන්නේ කියමු.
CDB FD
දැන් කොහොමද?
CDB FD
ඔයාට කන්නාඩි ඕනේ නෑ. හොඳට දුර දෙක පේනවා.
දැනෙන පොලියක් දෙන CDB එක ඩිපොසිට් වෙනස්.
$51 for 2. As Kavisha Dulanjana hits it uppishly. There's a top edge. Interesting how he couldn't manage to hit it. All the other batters in the Abans camp punished this short ball really well. Good running by the batters. 2 runs to Kavisha Dulanjana. Now the run rate is 12.23. Projected score have gone up to 122. Again pulls, but straight to the fielder. Just 1 run. Now Chamidu Hansaka is a new batter. He started off his proceedings with a 6 and a single of the 2 deliveries he faced. Now what can he do against Madhushan? This is what he can do. He can hit you out of the park. That's another 6 from Chamidu Hansaka. Hit easily. Very casual, but maximum results. 13 of 3 now for Chamidu Hansaka. They are waiting for the ball to come back. Chamidu Hansaka looks to be a strong hitter. He's right there with the first ball. From the first ball, in the attacking mindset, ready to hit any bowler out of the park. Now Madhushan to bowl the 5th over of the 5th over. Another single to Chamidu Hansaka. Kavisha Dulanjana from the other end just seemed to playing an anchor role for the hard hitters. Just a single to end the over. That's the end of the 5th. Abans 62 for 2. As Oshada Bandara is coming back to the com box.
මොනවද පේන්නේ කියමු.
CDB FD
දැන් කොහොමද?
CDB FD
ඔයාට කන්නාඩි ඕනේ නෑ. හොඳට දුර දෙක පේනවා.
දැනෙන පොලියක් දෙන CDB එක ඩිපොසිට් වෙනස්.
Thank you, Asanka. 62 for 2 now in 5 overs. Going well. Abans. They lost a couple of wickets, but these two batters looks like they're in control. We've seen some good shots being played. This is Chanaka Veerasinghe, 7 wickets in 8 matches for him. That shot pitched straight into the hands, just on the bounce. He stopped a certain boundary there, but didn't really push himself to take the catch. Was more focused on stopping the boundary. But that was not a good delivery from Chanaka to start off with. It was flat, it was short, plenty of time. It's just that the batter couldn't really take the ball away from the fielder at deep mid wicket. Right, so now Chamidu Hansaka is on strike. He's been the danger man. 14 of just 4 deliveries. And that's up in there. A chance. Good effort from the fielder, but it's gone all the way for a 6. Again, not the best of the deliveries from Chanaka. Another short pitch delivery. Plenty of time for the batter to rock back. It didn't really middle it, the batter. Hit the toe part of the bat, but so much power behind that shot. It's gone all the way for a 6. Driven quite nicely, will be just a single. And the score goes up to 71 now. Played on to the onside, just a single. A good comeback from Chanaka Veerasinghe. After being hit down for a 6. So much power behind the shots from Chamidu Hansaka. There's so much power and he's timing it well. Couldn't really get it away from the fielder, but still very much powerful. And that's the end of the over. 6 overs done. 72 for 2.
මොනවද පේන්නේ කියමු.
CDB FD
දැන් කොහොමද?
CDB FD
ඔයාට කන්නාඩි ඕනේ නෑ. හොඳට දුර දෙක පේනවා.
දැනෙන පොලියක් දෙන CDB එක ඩිපොසිට් වෙනස්.
The run rate stands at 12 runs per over, which is very, very healthy for Abans. If they can continue this momentum, they would probably end up with anything above 120, which is going to be a really imposing total on Ansell Textiles Lanka. Here we go. Sadhara Nimesh starts off with a poor delivery. And Chamidu Hansaka is going to treat you just like that. If you bowl it in a poor line and length. On to the pads, on to the leg side, flicked away, all the way for a maximum. Brilliant. This time there's a fielder. Again, not really showing in any intent to get to the catch, but more focused on stopping the boundary there. If it's Chamidu Hansaka, there's not much power behind that shot, which is quite rare, I would say. Chamidu Hansaka has been putting a lot of effort into his shots. But had he put some more effort into that shot, that would have gone straight into the hands of the fielder. So that was a good thinking there from Chamidu. That's much better. It's gone all the way for a 6. This time it's not Chamidu, it's Kavisha. Has played it on to the onside. Sadhara Nimesh just pitching it touch to a short. And not much pace behind that ball as well. So plenty of time for the batter to slap that ball across the line of the delivery through that mid-wicket region for a maximum. It was a cross-batted shot. That's a good thing about that shot. It was not a swing. It was a cross-batted slap there from Kavisha Dulanjana. That was a good delivery. A good follow-up delivery from Sadhara Nimesh. A good reply, a good response there. Took the batter by surprise. Just pitching it in that good length area. That would do the trick. Because these batters are waiting for anything fuller or anything short to be slapped towards that mid-wicket region. A quick single this time to finish things off. That's a good over. 15 runs coming off from that over from Sadhara. 7 overs completed, 88 for 2.
මොනවද පේන්නේ කියමු.
CDB FD
දැන් කොහොමද?
CDB FD
ඔයාට කන්නාඩි ඕනේ නෑ. හොඳට දුර දෙක පේනවා.
දැනෙන පොලියක් දෙන CDB එක ඩිපොසිට් වෙනස්.
Another quick single. Got to hurry. Came in at the wrong side, or the wrong end rather. Had he thrown that ball on to the bowler's end, that would have been very, very close. And not the best of the throws as well. That's a good shot. That's gone for a boundary. Perfectly pierced the gap between deep extra car and the long off. That was struck brilliantly. A touch too full there from the bowler. Easy pickings. You cannot bowl there. Anything full, anything short will get slapped. The margin of error in T10 cricket is very, very low. Trying to be a bit cheeky that time. Kavish Adulanjan is on 20 of 14. He's been slowly but steadily building his innings. He was a slow starter, but still, now you can see he's scored 20 of 15 and he's picking up those boundaries. He's giving that support, ideal support to Chamidu Hansaka as well. A bit of a misfield. Almost, the ball almost went all the way towards the boundary. But that's the end of the over. 95 runs on the board at the end of over number 8.
මොනවද පේන්නේ කියමු.
CDB FD
දැන් කොහොමද?
CDB FD
ඔයාට කන්නාඩි ඕනේ නෑ. හොඳට දුර දෙක පේනවා.
දැනෙන පොලියක් දෙන CDP එක ඩිපොසිට් වෙනස්.
Right, so the batters have taken the power play. So the partnership between Kavish Adulanjan and Chamidu Hansaka is now 52 of 27 deliveries. So it's been a very healthy partnership between these two batters, a partnership that has taken Abans group into a formidable level at this stage with 2 more overs to go and 95 runs on the board already. Right, so the power play is in operation in this over. So only at the moment, yeah, only 3 fielders are permitted outside the 30-yard circle. So we got a long on and a long off and a deep mid-wicket in position. That's straight down the ground would be just a single. So just to remind you that the batting side will get that opportunity to get a power play from over number 3 to over number 10. So the first 2 overs, obviously only 2 fielders permitted outside the 30-yard circle, and then from over number 3 to over number 10, the batting side can select 1 over for their power play, so that only 3 fielders will be outside the 30-yard circle. That's been called a wide. We haven't seen really that much wide throughout this day compared to what we saw on day 1. That was the last weekend, where these teams took part in the games. The last Saturday, all these 4 teams, Abans, Sportylk, Ansell. Now that's up in there. That's gone the distance. That's Superb striking there. Down on one knee. Shamidu Hansaka. He's not going to miss out anything outside the off stump. If it's full, if it's there to be hit, he's going to hit it. And he's going to make sure that it stays hit throughout the shot. That's a brilliant strike there from the batter. The ground conditions have been good as well here at Dharmapala College grounds, and it's been maintained really well, maintained properly. We're playing on a matting condition, matting pitch, and the outfield is fast enough. And the ball is traveling well, so it's good to see that these schools getting, these much needed infrastructure for sports, for cricket. I'm sure it's a multi-purpose ground as well. We got the rugby poles on one side of the ground. Off the edge and taken. That's the danger man. Chamidu Hansaka once again it was just too wide outside the off stump. He was poking at the ball, and a held the edge and a good take from the short third man fielder. Simplest of those catches. Here we go. Just poking at the ball outside the off stump and a good take from the short third man fielder. So Kokul Raj finally breaks the partnership, and Chamidu Hansaka Silva has to depart after a well-made 38 of 15 deliveries with 5 sixes. Kokul Raj with the wicket. Kavindu Hettiarachchi is a new batter in. 15 matches, 204 runs with the highest score of 51. Played on to the onside, just a gentle push for a single. This is turning out to be a good over from Kokul Raj. So he got 7-8 runs so far in this over with a wicket. And we got one more delivery to go. If he can finish things strongly here, he's up against Kavisha, who's looking good at the moment. We see whether he can finish things off properly here. And we'll be heading into the last over. Came down the track for a bit. A quick single. And that's a good over. 9 runs coming off from that over. 9 overs completed. 104 for 3.
මොනවද පේන්නේ කියමු?
CDB FD
දැන් කොහොමද?
CDB FD
ඔයාට කන්නාඩි ඕනේ නෑ. හොඳට දුර දෙක පේනවා.
දැනෙන පොලියක් දෙන CDB එක ඩිපොසිට් වෙනස්.
The run rate stands at just above 11.5 runs per over. This is how it stands at the moment for Abans with Ishara Kalanka 37 of 14 and Chamidu Hansaka with 38 of 15. So those are the two batters who really changed the gears for Abans and to take them to the position that they're in at the moment. 105 for the loss of 3 wickets, and we've got one more over to go. And let's see whether they can push beyond 120. If they can do that, that would put the minds of the bowlers at ease in the run chase. Kavindu on strike, punch down the ground, it will be just a single. So now that we're done with that power play over, and again we have 5 fielders outside the 30-yard circle, and to my surprise, all these 5 players outside the 30-yard circle. Now they've done some changes. So we got a deep Sportylk in position, a deep mid-wicket in position, a long on and a long off, and a deep car fielder as well. So in fact, almost all the fielders outside the 30-yard circle are in that V-shape area. So as a bowler, you got to make sure that, I mean, the plan should be very, very simple as a bowler. You keep it straight, you bowl it wicket to wicket, and you bowl in good areas so that the batter will have no option but to go down the ground, and that's the only area where he can, try to be aerial. But the thing is, if you bowl it short, if you bowl it touch too full, then that gives that batter the ability. Now this is up in there. No chance for the fielders. So if you bowl it full or if you bowl it short, then the batters will try to be cheeky and will try to, nudge that ball maybe towards the third man or the fine leg regions, or maybe towards that point region, or maybe just a paddle sweep. So that options are there. So the best way to not to give options for the batters is to bowl it on a good length. Now this might just run away. No, it won't. For a moment I thought that it had enough legs to run all the way towards the boundary. A couple of runs, but so far it's been a really, really good effort from Ravindra in this over. Just 5 runs so far. And we got 2 more deliveries to go. The score is 110. They need a big shot here. They need a boundary. They need a 6. That might be a wide and a couple of runs on offer. We'll wait for the confirmation from the umpire. Leg byes. So it brushed off the pads of Kavindu Hettiarachchi. So they get couple of runs. Right, last ball. And what should be the strategy from the batter? As a bowler, Kavindu, there's nothing to change. He's been bowling well. Or rather, Ravindra, has nothing to change. He's just bowling in good areas. And Kavindu Hettiarachchi charged down the ground and played. That's a short pitch delivery. Not through the gap, straight into the hands of the fielder. Coming back for the second run. This might be just a suicidal attempt. Yes, it is. And that's gone. So that's a really good over. A good way to finish things off. And Ravindra Kumar with a really good last over. That was slapped hard. Couldn't get it away from the fielder. There was 2 fielders. As I mentioned earlier, a deep mid-wicket and a deep square leg. Couldn't get it away from those 2 fielders. Couldn't bisect those 2 fielders. But at the end of the day, Abans with 112 runs on the board, they would have expected anything above 220, 130. But the last 2 overs, since the departure of Chaminda Hansaka and Ishara Akalanka, they couldn't really capitalize on getting those boundaries in regular intervals. So this is the batting card from Abans is those 2 batters, Ishara Akalanka, 37 of 14. And Chamindu Hansaka Silva, 38 of 15, that really changed the gears for Abans and took them to this total of 113 for the loss of 4 wickets in just 10 overs. So 5 extras there. And in terms of wickets, we got Kokul Raj with the 1 wicket for 14 runs in couple of overs. And the Lakshman Bandar, a couple of wickets for 32 runs in 2 overs as well. Rest of the bowlers, a touch expensive. And not in the wickets column as well. And wickets falling at the start. They lost a wicket at 17. But then, after that second wicket fell down at 43. That partnership of 57, if I'm not mistaken. But anyway, it was a 50-plus partnership that really took Abans back into this game. So 10 overs completed. And Abans have scored 113 runs for the loss of 4 wickets. Now the highlights. They started off well with Abans, the 2 openers, hitting it all over the park. And a few boundaries being scored through that onside, as especially on the onside, most of the batters preferred that area, that region between square leg and the deep mid wicket. Anything on the full, anything short was slapped, anything full was flicked. So it was that kind of a effort. So the bowlers really need to keep in mind to bowl it outside the off stump and to keep it on a good length as much as possible, because then and there the batters will try to hit it all over the park and might just hit it up in there. That will give you a chance to get a breakthrough, or else just keep it wicket to wicket, because anything full, anything short will get slapped through towards that square leg and deep mid wicket region. It's very simple, and that has been the strategy right throughout the last weekend and this weekend as well here at Dharmapala College grounds. And it was not much difference in this innings as well. You can see most of the shots, majority, 90% of the big shots that came in were through that deep mid wicket and square leg region. So that is something that the bowlers should keep in mind. And this was the wicket of Chamidu. And had he been out there till the last over, I'm sure Abans would have ended up with anything around 120, 130, because he was that good. He was finding the middle of the bat in a consistent basis, and that's a good thing. So now the target is set for Ansell Textiles Lanka Private Limited, as they need 114 runs in their 10 overs. That means 60 balls to be exact, and they need 114 runs to win the match. So we'll take a short break, and we'll be back with the run chase in very little time. Stay tuned with Sporty.lk.
Welcome back to Dharmapal College grounds. Ansell Textiles on the chase. Abans put up a target of 114. Now Ansell Textiles winning the toss and choosing to bowl first. They'll have to chase down a target of 114 of 60 deliveries. Abans, on the other hand, will have to bowl in tight lines. They've got 114 all right, but it is obviously gettable. So Abans might need wickets as well as a few dot deliveries and good overs and a good effort on the field. The fielding positions are still being given by the captain. He needs his fielders exactly at the places that he wanted. Starting off with medium pace. Ansell Textiles openers are ready. $114 to get from 60 deliveries. Here comes the first ball. A big heave down the ground. No run being given. It's not always about the big shots. It's about the singles as well. Up in the air and taken. First wicket gone. It's Tisura Fernando. Chamidu Hansaka gets his man. No real challenge in that catch for the fielder. Tisura goes out without troubling the scorers. Ansell Textiles, none for one. Required run rate is on 11 as the new batter comes out to the crease. Good bowling so far by Chamidu Hansaka. Dot ball and a wicket to start off with. Balls on the good length. Gets a good bounce as well. He's a tall man, Chamidu Hansaka. Bowling to a shorter batsman. Again, a big appeal by the fielders as well as the bowler, but the umpire denies it. Still no runs on the board. Ravindra Kumara is the new batter. Highest runs of 58 not out. Strike rate of 223. Good numbers for one inning. Goes high up in the air. Can the fielder take it? No, he cannot. 2 runs taken by the batters. It was in the air for a while. The mid-on and short square leg. Tried to get to it, but no one was able to. Again tries to play the same shot. Unsuccessful. Good over to start off the proceedings by Chamidu Hansaka. 2 runs for 1 wicket.
මොනවද පේන්නේ කියමු.
CDBFD
දැන් කොහොමද?
CDBFD
ඔයාට කන්නාඩි ඕනේ නෑ. හොඳට දුර දෙක පේනවා.
දැනෙන පොලියක් දෙන CDB එක ඩිපොසිට් වෙනස්.
Ansell Textiles batting card. Nothing much to talk about. Just the 2 runs by Ravindra Kumara. The 2 runs was also not of a confident shot. Lakshita Lahiru has been introduced to the attack by Abans. Ansell Textiles still need 112 runs in 54 balls. They've got to pick up some boundaries as soon as possible. No run there. There's a wall of fielders on that offside. Backward point, extra cover, and mid-off. Lakshita Lahiru is the bowler. Full toss, put over the infield, but the ball sticks on the pitch. Just 1 run. Now the mid-on is pulled back to long on. Again in the air, but over the infield for 4. These are the shots that they need. Ansell Textiles. And they need a few more of these. All the fielders on the offside are inside the 30-yard circle. So pushing the ball on the top of them would take him a boundary. Now there's a sweeper positioned for that kind of a shot, as Lakshita Lahiru comes back with a good ball. Ansell Textiles need 107. That's 107 more. They've got 50 balls. Good ball again, and equally well played. That's 4 runs for Ravindra Kumara. He's out there for a mission. Second boundary. Balled up to the batsman, and Ravindra Kumara was onto it in a flash. Again, walking down the wicket. That's poor fielding at short extra cover. Fielders will have to cover up their bowlers. This is what happened. It was between the legs of 3 players. Interesting. Ansell Textiles 15 for 1, just needing 1 run short of 100. Kavisha Dulan Jana to bowl his first over. Played 3 matches, taken 4 wickets. Best bowling of 2 wickets for 22. Played an anchor innings while they were batting. Akash Anjana on strike. Tries to sweep and gets his placement. That's good batting by Akash Anjana. He read the bowler's mind with the field given. He knew the bowler would bowl onto his leg stump and he was ready. Slog swept and goes for 6. This is brilliant batting by Akash Anjana. A 4 followed up with a 6. Kavisha Dulanjana under pressure. Good shot. Current run rate slowly going up. Akash Anjana. Ball short. He could have played it better, and he knows it. He's frustrated. And this time, he falls down. That's the second wicket going down for Ansell Textiles. It is Akash Anjana who was finding his rhythm. Easy catch at backward point. Kavisha Dulanjana taking his first wicket. Akash Anjana scored 11 of 4. Ansell Textiles 25 for 2. Ansell Textiles chasing down 114. They are on 25 for 2 at the moment. 89 runs to get off 44 balls. No run there. Now the fielders are walking up to the batsman. They are backing up their bowlers. Tries to sweep. And an appeal by the keeper. But the umpire says no bat involved. That's the end of a good over. 10 runs given and taken a wicket. Ansell Textiles 25 for 2.
මොනවද පේන්නේ කියමු.
CDB FD
දැන් කොහොමද?
CDB FD
ඔයාට කන්නාඩි ඕනේ නෑ. හොඳට දුර දෙක පේනවා.
දැනෙන පොලියක් දෙන CDP එක ඩිපොසිට් වෙනස්.
Ansell Textiles 25 for 2 after 3 overs. Abans, they should be happy for the moment with their bowling effort and their fielding effort. Kavidu Hettiarachchi has been introduced to the attack. He's pushing back the extra cover and getting the point fielder in. Ravindra Kumar on strike. Oh, that's a huge wide. Will it go to the boundary? Yes, it will. That's 4 wides by Kavindu Hettiarachchi. He knew Ravindra Kumar was trying to hit it on the onside and tried to adjust his length and lost the radar in the process. Big shout by the keeper, but no chance of an edge. That's a dot ball. That's an all-important dot ball. Tries to get a single, but the fielders are there, but the backing up is not there. A single given away and the pressure released. Niroshan Lakshan is on strike now. He's the new batter. This is good bowling by Kavindu Hettiarachchi after the 4 wides in the first ball. Going up in there. And the fielder is under it. And drops it. Does he? No. He takes it at the last moment. Has to be third time lucky. Interesting scenes at Dharmapala College grounds. Look at him. He came under the ball. 1, 2, 3. Takes at the third attempt. Niroshan is the batter to go. Ansell Textiles in trouble. 31 for 3. Asanka comes to the crease. It's Asanka Kumar for Ansell Textiles. Good ball by Kamidu Hettiarachchi. Got some bounce on this matting. A lot of bounce being offered if you are ready to take it. Again, balls to the off stump. No run there. A wicket followed up by two good deliveries. Kamidu Hettiarachchi ends his first over. Just given away 6 runs. Ansell Textiles 31 for 3.
මොනවද පේන්නේ කියමු.
CDBFD
දැන් කොහොමද?
CDBFD
ඔයාට කන්නාඩි ඕනේ නෑ. හොඳට දුර දෙක පේනවා.
දැනෙන පොලියක් දෙන CDB එක ඩිපොසිට් වෙනස්.
The required run rate is going high as Ansell Textiles need 83 runs in 36 deliveries. Current run rate is nowhere there. It's 7.75. They need a few boundaries. They need a big shots. Is this one? No. That's another wicket going down for Ansell Textiles. It's Ravindra Kumara who was trying to attack the bowlers. The only batter who looked to take runs in a quick succession, but he fails as well. Ravindra Kumara scored 15 of 10 deliveries. Ansell 4 down for 31. $83 to win from 35 balls. Can they make it? If they are to make it, a few boundaries would be helpful. No chance of reaching there without boundaries. The new batsman is getting ready. Lakshita Lahiru took his first wicket in the second over. Bowling shot outside the off stump. Walking down the wicket and tries to go over the infield and fails to do so. That's another wicket going down. That's the 5th going down for Ansell Textiles. This is good bowling by Lakshita. Easy catch to the fielder. It's a new batter going out without scoring. Ansell 31 for 5. Here's how it looks like for Ansell. Tisura Fernando didn't trouble the scorers. Akash Anjana, just 11 runs from 6 deliveries. Ravindra Kumara made a good effort to score some runs, 15 of 11. Niroshan Lakshanta for no runs. Asaka Kumara still not out. R. Kokularaj is back in the pavilion as well without troubling the scorers. 31 for 5. Ansell, and this is a good bowling effort by Abans. Chamidu Hansaka Silva started off brilliantly, just given away 2 runs in his first over, took a wicket as well. Lakshita Lahiru taken 2 wickets and given away 13 runs. Kavisha Dulanjana taken a wicket, just given away 10 runs. Kavidu Hettiarachi took a wicket as well. A very good bowling effort so far. New batsman is at the strike. Lakshita Lahiru, who has taken 2 wickets in this over, is bowling to Lakshman Bandara. Good start. It's the dot balls what is doing the trick for Lakshita Lahiru. Still hasn't given away any run in this over. Taken 2 wickets and bowled 2 dot balls. Again. Marginal, but the umpire is on his side this time. Another dot ball. This is Lakshman Bandara, the new batter. First runs for Lakshman Bandara. As Lakshita Lahiru ending up a brilliant over. Taken 2 wickets and given away just 1 run. That's brilliant. Ansell Textiles, 32 for 5.
මොනවද පේන්නේ කියමු.
CDBFD
දැන් කොහොමද?
CDBFD
ඔයාට කන්නාඩි ඕනේ නෑ. හොඳට දුර දෙක පේනවා.
දැනෙන පොලියක් දෙන CDP එක ඩිපොසිට් වෙනස්.
For the loss of 5 wickets now. Half the side back in the pavilion inside the first 5 overs. Just the kind of start Abans wanted. And they have a massive mountain to climb. Ansell Textiles. That's a good looking shot. That's gone all the way for a 6. Brilliant. They need more of those. This is Lakshman Bandara with the full swing of the bat. He has crossed the boundary line with ease. .38 for 5. They need more of those boundaries. That's a good delivery. A faster delivery outside the off stump. A good area. And Lakshman Bandara almost nicked it. Another swing and a miss. That's a full toss. And that's a boundary. Well, all the hard work, how brilliantly he bowled those last 2 deliveries, all gone to waste. As that one loose delivery has gone all the way for a boundary. That was a very, very juicy full toss. 10 runs already from this over. Much better. Now it's been called as a wide. And an extra run being taken as well. So a couple of runs there. Short pitch delivery, but faster. Not enough time or room for Asanka. Last ball of this over. 11 runs, or rather 12 runs coming off from this over. With one more delivery to go, the required run rate is skyrocketed. That's a boundary. That's again touch too short outside the off stump. And Miranga Fernando once again making things, or rather making the life easy of the batters. Asanka. That was cut away, and cut away brilliantly for a boundary.
මොනවද පේන්නේ කියමු.
CDB FD
දැන් කොහොමද?
CDB FD
ඔයාට කන්නාඩි ඕනේ නෑ. හොඳට දුර දෙක පේනවා.
දැනෙන පොලියක් දෙන CDB එක ඩිපොසිට් වෙනස්.
Right, so Kavisha is back with the ball in hand to bowl this next over against Lakshman Bandara. Swing and a miss. Lakshman Bandara knows only one way to hit the ball, and that is to swing as much as he can. If he gets it, it stays hit. If not, it's going to be either a dot ball or a wicket. Much better this time. Straightish delivery. There's protection in the deep. Long off fielder. Cut it down just for a single. And gone. There we go. This is exactly what I mentioned. Lakshman Bandara. If it's straight, if it's full, he only knows one way to slap that ball. He's to swing it as hard as he can. And if he gets it, it stays it. Otherwise, he just bowl it straight and does the job. There we go. Hitting that top of off stump. Just a hint of spin on offer as well for Kavisha Dulanjana. And just like that, the sixth wicket goes down. And now it's 50 for the loss of 6 wickets in just 6.4 overs. The weather has been good right from the morning. Yes, there were a bit of dark clouds hovering above the ground at around 9:30 a.m. in the morning. That's up in the air for some time. It was habitually but safe. But now, even though the cloud cover is still there, there's no imminent threat of rain. 7 overs done, 52 for 6.
මොනවද පේන්නේ කියමු.
CDB FD
දැන් කොහොමද?
CDB FD
ඔයාට කන්නාඩි ඕනේ නෑ. හොඳට දුර දෙක පේනවා.
දැනෙන පොලියක් දෙන CDB එක ඩිපොසිට් වෙනස්.
That's up in there. A chance taken. A clean catch there from the fielder. It was struck so hard. It was up in there for some time. Or came in a flat trajectory. Well, that was a good catch. A good judgment from there from the fielder down in the deep. The fielder had long on. There we go. Had plenty of time to settle down and to decide how he's going to take that catch. At the end of the day, it just paid off really well. And the 7th wicket goes down. Now it's 52 for 7. Good bowling. Not giving any width outside the off stump. And that's a very casual jog there from the batter. Had the throw been better, I thought there was a chance there at the bowler's end. But I like this bowling from Kavindu. He's not giving any width outside the off stump. For the most part, he's bowling it very straight. He's bowling it just around that 4th to 5th stump region. He's spinning the ball well. And he's bowling with good pace. And as a result, he has picked up a couple of wickets and given away only 8 runs. There we go. Brilliant. That almost kissed that leg stump. So he's toying with the batters at the moment. And he's been very unpredictable as well. That's the end of the over. 8 overs done. That was a real tight one there from Kavindu. $55 for 7.
මොනවද පේන්නේ කියමු.
CDB FD
දැන් කොහොමද?
CDB FD
ඔයාට කන්නාඩි ඕනේ නෑ. හොඳට දුර දෙක පේනවා.
දැනෙන පොලියක් දෙන CDP එක ඩිපොසිට් වෙනස්.
Couple more overs to go, and this game is surely has drifted away from Ansell Textiles Lanka. They need 59 more runs from these last 2 overs, which is highly unlikely to happen. Gone, brilliant, superb catch. It's Janakavira Singh once again, probably hitting that toe part of the bat. Thought of getting it over the head of the fielder inside the 30-yard circle on the offside. That was a really good catch. A good athleticism there from that fielder. And 55 for 8 now. Ansell Textiles Lanka. Punched on the ground for a single. There's been a strong performance from Abans. You know, putting up a good total, 113 runs on the board. It's always going to put some pressure on the chasing side. It's not the easiest of the targets to chase down. Anything above 100 will not only make it extremely tough for the opposition to chase down, but it will also make that psychological impact as well, knowing that you have to score in excess of 10 runs right from the start to the end in order to chase that target down. It just creates that sense of hurriness in the mind of the batter that will entice that particular batter to do some mistakes. So that's the advantage of having a good total on board. That puts some pressure on the batters, and that it makes the life easy for the bowlers as well. They don't have to do anything fancy. They have the chance to do if they want to. If they want to try out something different, they have that freedom because they have runs on the board. So credits really should go to the batting side for putting up a good display, a good total on the board. 113 runs and 114 to win. Swing and a miss. Samindu Hansaka keeping it very simple outside the off stump. See, now the first game, Akbar brothers, they won that match by 7 wickets, if I'm not mistaken, and now Abans on the verge of winning this match as well against Ansell Textiles Lanka. Ansell was pretty solid during the last weekend. They made some good inroads, they made some good efforts with the ball and the bat, and gone. Simple catch. It's straight into the hands of the Cowes fielder. Didn't even have to move. Came straight at him. There we go. Nine down for 59 now. That's a good delivery. Mihiranga Fernando has been bowling well to the most part, but his first over went for 17 runs, or rather 16 runs, because of the loose deliveries. He bowled a full toss, he bowled few short pitch deliveries outside the off stump that made it easy for the batters to work with. But the good deliveries that he bowled, everything beat the batter, and I think that's the positive thing to take out his bowling. Mihiranga Fernando certainly has that capacity, has that ability to bowl in some good deliveries and to create that pressure onto the bowler, but it's just that consistency is the problem. He may try to, you know, do few things that are out of ordinary. He's trying to dart the ball in and maybe trying to mix things up. And that might be the reason for that lack of consistency from him. But all in all, he is a good bowler. He's a canny bowler. And that's the game. Yeah, there we go. A very comfortable win for Abans against Ansell Textiles Lanka. A win by 51 runs. That's a big margin. And all thanks to their batting display, and with the ball in hand, it was just a matter of picking up few wickets early on. And that did the trick for Abans, as Ansell Textiles Lanka really fell one after another, and they've been all out, or rather 9 down for 50 odd runs in their 10 overs. Not the best looking squad there from Ansell Textiles Lanka. Will be pretty disappointed, especially after that solid performance during the last weekend. Ansell Textiles Lanka put up a good show with the bat and ball, put up a good fight as well, but this time around they've been completely outplayed by Abans group, as one of their dominant wins in this tournament, and will probably, you know, make their inroads towards that quarterfinals and semi-finals, and then the finals coming up tomorrow. Even a more stronger case for Abans. Now this is how it looks. Ansell Textiles Lanka, a sorry looking batting card, I would say, with the highest score of 15 from Ravindra Kumar, 15 of 11 deliveries, and Lakshman Bandara 12 of 10, and rest of the batters except for Akash Anjana, none of the batters were able to get into that double figures. So as a result, they've been restricted for 62 runs for the loss of 9 wickets in 10 overs. In pursuit of their run chase, they were chasing down a target of 114. Now this is how it looks. A solid looking bowling performance from Abans. It was Chamidu Hansaka Silva who bowled an absolute brilliant spell. 2 overs, 6 runs, and picked up 3 wickets as well. And then 2 wickets apiece for Lakshita Lahiru, Kavishu Dulanjan and Kavindu Hettiarachi, and Mihiranga Fernando. Though he didn't get a wicket, he bowled well for his 2 overs, 2 for 19. Wickets falling in regular intervals right from the start to the end. And Abans bowlers didn't really allow the batters from Ansell Textiles Lanka to settle down out there in the middle and to put up a fight against their bowling. Now, these are some of the highlights. It all started with the breakthrough, but from there onwards, wickets started to tumble one after another in very regular intervals, and that is the good thing about how Abans bowled right from the start to the end. They didn't really, as I mentioned earlier, they didn't really allow these Ansell Textiles Lanka batters to settle down out there in the middle and to put up a partnership. And right from the start, from both the ends, they exerted that pressure and bowled brilliantly. A very canny display of bowling as well, enticing the batters to come to their front foot and enticing the batters to go for big shots all around the park, and good bit of fielding as well. And the catching has been really good right from the start. We didn't really see much drop chances. Yes, there were a couple of chances that were not taken by previous teams as well. But in this match, Abans, they held on to their catches and It was a good display of all-round performance, I would say, with the bat, with the ball, and in the field as well. But of course, as I mentioned earlier, the credit should go to how the Abans batters did well with the bat in hand to put up a score of 113 runs on the board. And when you have 113 runs on the board, as I mentioned earlier, it just makes the life easy for the bowlers and the fielders. There's not much pressure. They know that they have runs on the board. And even if they want to do something special, to try out something different, they have that runs, they have that buffer to work with. This was another example of how good the fielding was from Abans. They took their catches. They didn't really drop anything. And even the ground fielding was quite good as well. So it's been a good all-round performance from Abans as they walk out the field. And the first two matches of this final day here at Pandipitiya Dharmapala College grounds comes to an end. This is the match summary. So Abans 113 for the loss of 4 wickets in their 10 overs, with Chamidu Hansaka 38 of 15 and Ishara Kalanka 37 of 14. And then in reply, Ansell Textiles Lanka restricted for 62 for the loss of 9 wickets in 10 overs, with Ravindra Kumar 15 of 11 and Lakshman Bandara 12 of 10 runs. And wickets for Chamidu 3 for 6, and Lakshita and Kavisha Dulanjana picking up 2 wickets apiece as well. So Abans winning the match by 51 runs. So the first two matches of this MCA T10 Super League, the final day of the league stage, comes to an end here at Dharmapala grounds in Pandipitiya. So we'll take a short break and we'll be back as we have 2 more matches coming up before we wrap things up here at Pandipitiya here at Dharmapala College grounds. So stay tuned with us, stay tuned with Sporty.lk, and we will bring you more live action soon after a very short break. Thank you.